Welcome back to 90 Minutes Later. Forget about the official trophy lift for a second, because today we are breaking down what was, in every tactical sense, the true hidden final of this World Cup. France versus Spain. This wasn't just a football match, it was a high-stakes tactical chess game played at 100 miles per hour. On one side, you had France, boasting a billion-dollar roster of attacking rock stars. On the other, Luis de la Fuente's Spain, a team that showed the world what pure, unadulterated tactical bravery looks like. But if you expected a typical, cautious, boring semi-final, oh boy, you were in for a shock. For the first 10 minutes, Spain did something fascinating. They didn't press aggressively. Instead, they locked down the central areas and basically said to France, "Go ahead, play through your flanks. Let's see what you've got." Their left winger did a legendary job tracking back, blocking the half spaces, and deliberately leaving France's right back with the ball in wide areas. And then, around the 15th minute, Spain flicked the switch. Spain started pressing high, sending Fabian Ruiz to practically shadow France's holding midfielder man-to-man. It was a death trap. Or at least, it should have been. But France had a secret weapon in the first half, Maignan. With Spain pinning their midfield, Maignan stepped up as France's 11th outfield player, a literal deep-lying playmaker. France pinned Spain's back line by drifting their wingers and center forward to one side, leaving Rodri completely isolated in a 1-versus-2 nightmare in the middle. Maignan would just chip a beautiful defense-splitting pass over the press to Adrien Rabiot drifting wide, and boom! France was out and running. And when France transitions, they are terrifying. We saw Kylian Mbappe almost clean through with just one pass. We saw him receive the ball with Spain's keeper positioned way off his line, a moment where a chip first time probably would have broken the internet. But, in what became the theme of the night for France, the move dissolved into nothing. Now, let's talk about Spain's bravery. Because playing a high line against Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele is like tightrope walking over a volcano with no safety net. But Spain didn't just play a high line, they played an aggressive offside line combined with a goalkeeper sweep. They hunted the passer. Every time a French player wanted to deliver that killer through ball, he was under such heavy, suffocating pressure that the quality of the pass dropped off a cliff. And even when France managed to slip through, Spain's recovery speed was absurd. We saw sequences where 4 Spanish red shirts sprinted back instantly, throwing their bodies in the way to block the shooting lanes. On the other side of the pitch, France's passing was, well, let's be polite and call it a horror show. This was statistically France's worst performance of the tournament in terms of passing accuracy. They completely lacked that decisive, killer final ball. And Ousmane Dembele? Man, this was easily his weakest game of the entire World Cup. He was giving the ball away in central areas so often in the first half that he eventually had to drop deeper just to escape his own shadow. In matches of this magnitude, you don't get beaten by tactical diagrams. You get beaten by moments of madness. The first dagger to France's heart came from an absolute shocker by Lucas Digne. A cross comes in. Digne is completely unmarked at the far post with zero pressure. Easy clearance, right? No. He misjudges the flight, the ball bounces awkwardly, and in a moment of pure panic, he kicks Lamine Yamal instead of the ball. Penalty. Spain takes the lead, and Digne's nightmare against Yamal was officially sealed. But if you think that was bad, wait until you hear about the second goal. In the second half, France was chasing the game, meaning the gap between their midfield and defense became wider than the Grand Canyon. Enter Dani Olmo. Olmo absolutely ran the show. He found pockets of space, turned defenders inside out with his glorious first touch, and then the masterpiece. Pedro Porro drives inside. Olmo receives the ball, gets absolutely clobbered by a French defender, but still manages to release a jaw-dropping first-time through ball. And what were the French defenders doing? They were ball watching, every single one of them. They completely forgot that Porro was continuing his run. 2 quick passes, Porro is one-on-one, and he coolly slots it home. 2-1 to Spain. By the end of the game, France looked like a team that didn't even believe they could score. Dembele would get the ball wide, and nobody, literally nobody, attacked the box. No crosses, no hunger, just hopeful, desperate long-range shots that harmlessly sailed into the stands. So, let's wrap this up. Congratulations to Spain. They showed us that tactical discipline, collective work rate, and sheer bravery can conquer the most expensive squad in the world. As for France, their big 4 attacking stars went completely missing when it mattered most. They lacked compactness, they lacked communication, and ultimately, they lacked the belief to fight back. But what about you guys? Was this a tactical masterclass by De La Fuente? Or did France simply beat themselves with schoolboy errors? And can anyone stop this Spanish machine from winning it all? Drop your tactical breakdowns in the comments below, smash that subscribe button, and let's keep the debate burning. I'll see you next time on 90 Minutes Later. Peace out.